In the silence of the night, when the world recedes and only our thoughts remain, we often find ourselves yearning for a sense of control, a beacon of fortitude to guide us through life's tempests. This yearning is not unique to our time, it has echoed through the ages, a silent cry from the depths of the human soul. In answering this call, the ancient philosophy of Stoicism offers us a path, an unyielding path, to transform our lives with immediate and profound effect. As we embark on this journey, let us remember the words of Marcus Aurelius: "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. These principles are not merely ancient relics, but living doctrines capable of forging resilience, serenity, and wisdom in the crucible of our daily existence. 1. Embrace the dichotomy of control. At the heart of Stoicism lies the dichotomy of control. Epictetus, a former slave turned philosopher, declared, "Some things are up to us, and some things are not." This principle compels us to discern between what we can influence and what lies beyond our reach. By focusing solely on our actions, thoughts, and responses, we liberate ourselves from the tyranny of external circumstances. Imagine the weight that lifts from our shoulders when we stop fretting over the uncontrollable. It's not an abdication of responsibility, but an embrace of true power. We become architects of our inner world, sculptors of our own destinies. In practical terms, this means dedicating our energy to improving ourselves, our responses, and our attitudes. The outside world will continue to swirl in chaos, but within us, there will be a haven of calm and control. Consider the serenity of a sailor who, in the midst of a raging storm, focuses not on calming the sea, but on skillfully navigating his ship. His mastery over the rudder, his adjustments to the sails, these are within his control. The storm is not. In the same way, we must direct our attention inward, mastering ourselves to navigate the inevitable tempests of life. 2. Cultivate an inner citadel. Marcus Aurelius often retreated into his inner citadel, a mental fortress of tranquility and strength. In the chaotic swirl of his duties as a Roman emperor, he found refuge in the inner sanctum of his mind. We too must build our own inner citadel, a space within where peace reigns undisturbed by the storms of life. Building this inner citadel requires constant vigilance and practice. It is not a one-time construction, but a lifelong endeavor. We strengthen our citadel through meditation, self-reflection, and the practice of mindfulness. By turning inward, we find a sanctuary where we can retreat whenever the external world becomes too overwhelming. As Marcus reminds us, nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. Imagine each challenge we face as a stone, not to weigh us down, but to fortify our citadel. Every trial, every setback, adds to the walls that protect our peace. We learn to stand firm, anchored in our inner strength, unaffected by the chaos outside. This is not mere escapism, it is the cultivation of an unshakable core that remains steadfast, no matter the external circumstances. 3. Practice negative visualization. Seneca, the wise statesman and philosopher, advised us to set aside a certain number of days, during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, "Is this the condition that I feared?" This practice of negative visualization involves contemplating the loss of what we hold dear, our possessions, our health, even our loved ones. Far from morbid, this exercise steeps us in gratitude and prepares us for adversity. By imagining the worst, we arm ourselves against the capriciousness of fate and learn to appreciate the present moment. This exercise strips away the illusion of permanence and confronts us with the reality of impermanence. In practical terms, this might mean periodically living with less, to remind ourselves of how little we truly need. By fasting, we appreciate food more. By temporarily abstaining from comforts, we recognize their value. Through this practice, we train our minds to be resilient, to be prepared for any eventuality without fear. We come to understand that losing external things cannot diminish our inner strength. Imagine waking up each day and briefly envisioning your life without the things you cherish. Instead of fostering fear, this practice births a profound gratitude for the present. It awakens a sense of appreciation for the simple, everyday moments that we often take for granted. Through negative visualization, we transform potential losses into reminders of life's fleeting beauty. 4. Amor fati, love of fate. The Stoics teach us to embrace our fate with open arms, to love it as our own. Nietzsche later echoed this sentiment, coining the term amor fati. This principle encourages us to view every event in our lives, whether joyous or sorrowful, as a vital component of our personal narrative. It is a radical acceptance that every twist and turn in our path is necessary and beneficial. Epictetus taught, do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to, rather wish that what happens happen the way it happens, then you will be happy. By loving our fate, we dissolve resistance and cultivate a profound sense of inner peace. This principle challenges us to see beyond immediate discomfort and recognize the broader tapestry of our existence. Each event, each encounter shapes who we are and who we are becoming. Embracing amor fati means acknowledging that life's hardships are not hindrances but essential parts of our growth and development. Imagine the liberation in accepting every aspect of your life as necessary. No longer do we curse our misfortunes or lament our past mistakes. Instead, we embrace them as integral threads in the rich fabric of our existence. This acceptance fosters resilience and fortitude, allowing us to navigate life's vicissitudes with grace and equanimity. 5. Practice memento mori. The Stoic practice of memento mori, remembering our mortality, urges us to live each day as if it were our last. This isn't a call to reckless abandon, but a reminder of life's fleeting nature. Seneca counsels, let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. Let us balance life's books each day. In acknowledging our mortality, we sharpen our focus on what truly matters, stripping away the trivial and the transient. This mindfulness infuses our actions with urgency and purpose, compelling us to live fully and authentically. Memento mori is not about living in fear of death, but about embracing the present with a sense of urgency and appreciation. Consider the profound clarity that comes with this awareness. We become acutely aware of the preciousness of each moment, the significance of our choices, and the value of our relationships. By keeping death in our thoughts, we are reminded to live with intention and to cherish the fleeting moments we have. Imagine living each day with the consciousness that it could be your last. Petty grievances and trivial concerns would fall away, leaving only what is truly important. This practice encourages us to express our love, to pursue our passions, and to live without regret. By facing our mortality, we find the courage to live fully and fearlessly. 6. Pursue virtue above all. For the Stoics, virtue is the highest good. The 4 cardinal virtues, wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance, form the foundation of a life well lived. These virtues are not mere abstract ideals but practical guides for daily conduct. Wisdom allows us to discern the right course of action. Courage empowers us to follow it despite fear. Justice ensures we act with fairness towards others. And temperance maintains balance and self-control. As Marcus Aurelius asserted, just that you do the right thing. The rest doesn't matter. By striving for virtue, we align ourselves with the natural order and find meaning in our endeavors. Virtue becomes our compass, guiding us through the moral complexities of life. In practice, pursuing virtue means continually reflecting on our actions and intentions. Are we acting wisely? Are we demonstrating courage in the face of adversity? Are we treating others with justice and fairness? Are we exercising self-control and moderation in our desires? These questions become the measure of our character and the guideposts for our behavior. Imagine a life where every action, every decision is rooted in virtue. The pursuit of external rewards fades in comparison to the inner satisfaction of living a virtuous life. This path demands constant self-examination and commitment, but it leads to a profound sense of fulfillment and integrity. 7. View obstacles as opportunities. In the Stoic worldview, obstacles are not hindrances but opportunities for growth. Marcus Aurelius famously wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This principle teaches us to transform adversity into advantage, every challenge as a chance to strengthen our character and deepen our understanding. It is through facing and overcoming difficulties that we develop resilience and fortitude. By embracing obstacles, we turn potential setbacks into powerful catalysts for personal transformation. This perspective shifts our mindset from one of victimhood to one of empowerment. In practical terms, this means reframing challenges as opportunities for learning and growth. When faced with a difficult situation, we ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? How can this make me stronger? This proactive approach turns every obstacle into a stepping stone towards greater wisdom and resilience. Imagine viewing each challenge not as a barrier but as a test, a proving ground for your. If you found value in these insights, if you feel inspired to apply these Stoic principles in your own life, then join us on this journey of continuous growth and inner transformation. Subscribe to our channel and like this video to stay connected with more content that explores timeless wisdom and practical guidance for living a life of fortitude and self-mastery. By subscribing, you ensure that you won't miss out on future content that delves deeper into the profound teachings of Stoicism and other philosophies that empower us to navigate the complexities of life. Thank you for watching, and may the wisdom of the Stoics guide you to a life of peace and purpose.